Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this. Risco in Tokyo coming at you with some more Binding to Isaac. Rep baby. Rep baby. Folks, I might be showing up late tonight because I thought I was going to show up late tonight and then I did not, in fact, show up late tonight. Os! Hirunda, by all means, lurk if you must. No issues, no worries at all. It is lovely to have you. I hope that you are well rested at the very least. But, yes, understandably, sometimes lurking is the energy level that we've got. It's going to be just like, just going to be doing a chill stream, possibly. I mean, like, all of our streams are generally fairly chill, but I figure because we've done so many family-friendly streams recently that, you know, maybe a stream where if people would like to drop an F-bomb, they would have that opportunity to do so as a reward, as a treat for being such good chat. Mix it up with a little bit of F-bombs. You could say freaky. If that were the F-bomb that you would like to engage with. I was trying to think of like anything else that would sound goofy, but also would not be like a swear. And I could not come up with anything. I will take that heart. I will take that heart. It will be ours. Much like a Guns N' Roses song? This is not... I didn't want this, though, game. I wanted my item room. Well, I guess we're just not gonna get it. I mean, we could go back and look for it, but, you know, why bother? Honestly, ultimately, at the end of the day, is one item really gonna change the run that much? Or the time that we saved that would allow us to get the boss rush... And the one item from Boss Rush could not probably change the run all that much. Like, the Boss Rush pool, honestly, the Boss Rush pool should be a little bit better, if you ask me. I don't know if there's a specific pool for Boss Rush, but it seems 6 times out of 10, you end up with just kind of crap that you would get in the item rooms anyways, so it's like, well, you know, sure, I guess. I suppose, if that's the way you want to be about it. But really, though, we're at least getting decent drops. Remember, Isco, that you do not have your Dark Arts charged? I mean, we did right there, but I always managed to forget that, leaving a curse room that does actually take the charge for Dark Arts. Oh, hey. Thank you for being in range. I appreciate your being in range. Also giving us a key, also giving us 25 cents. What a rollicking start. It is Fab and Furious. Which is the Fast and Furious sequel where Vin Diesel has much better fashion sense. I don't... like, I've seen bits and pieces of various Fast and Furious movies, but I don't really know any of them, so I can't speak to Vin Diesel's fashion sense in those films. I do know he's much bigger than he was in Pitch Black, which is really my only mental image of Vin Diesel. He's not a tiny man in Pitch Black. He's you know, he's buff, but he's not like Fast and Furious era buff. I don't know what his diet was to bulk up for the role of family, but apparently it worked. No, this item is trash, and I refuse, even as a joke, to take it. I don't want to just throw my runs away. That would be goofy. Now watch, it was C-section in the first item room, and then it was like, every other item room is going to be trashy. I know it. I know it's a curse.
Shot speed up.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go with the blue map. And actually, let's check the regular secret room. Lucky Penny. Loving it. Not loving not getting a bomb, but we could get a bomb. I'm just saying, it's an option. You could always just get a bomb. That's trash. Don't want it. Why, I feel cheated. But do we deserve better than being cheated? At the end of the day, I would argue that the answer is no. We are chumps and clowns. And we deserve to be cheated. Yeah, you know what? Let's gamble a little bit. I wouldn't mind becoming Guppy, but I also think that Guppy's eye is quite possibly one of the best support items in the game, so... Oh, that's just gonna take us to... That's gonna take us to, Satan. I mean, Oh, the cruelty! The utter cruelty! Dangus! That hurt. That hurt deep in my heart. Although, honestly, like, if we're aiming for Guppy, we shouldn't be taking Mom's knife. But the Satanic Bible would be really good for us. I would be okay with picking that up. In fact, I could be persuaded as to say that I would like to get that. But it's not really likely that we will see the deal. Like, naturally. I mean, it's a 1 in 3 chance. I guess that's not terrible odds, but not great odds. Oh, fuck. Okay, Risco, let's not die. Do bear in mind that you have no range, because you are Dark Judas. And Dark Judas has no range. And that's okay. I mean, it's not great, but fuck. That was close. Didn't like that. Try not to do that again. Yeah. This is pushing us ever closer to our dream. If we could pull Satanic Bible, that would be really good. Or it could kill us, but it would certainly give us more of an option at getting Guppy. And I would appreciate being the Gup. Spring for keys. Keys are good. Apple core, nothing more. Who's your friend? Me. AWAS. I feel like we could put something together with this. Os! Panda slowly vends slowly out of the soft serve machine at your local McDonald's, delighting children and disturbing all else. I mean, Quill, children are enamored of cartoon-esque entities, I think the word that we want to go for is entity. Now, would you... Are you, like, actually made of ice cream? Or is this just going to be like a stream of meat coming out of the soft serve machine? Like, I'm just imagining just like meat and clumps of hair. And I feel like I've actually seen that in a horror movie, and I don't remember what one. Oh, okay. That was... Okay, Risco, that was shit. Now we're gonna have to get that deal, because we can't take it. I hate it. Risco, you fudged up. I'm imagining that I'm very long and kind of smeared. I mean, that's a look. Carrion Queen, you are making me very sad. Normally, I do not respect you, but I especially do not respect you right now. Oh, Alice, how you doing? I inflate after the last bit splurts out. Now, this is also like an important question though. Are all of your bits connected? Like, are they individual globs that then like connect together and inflate? Or how does that work? Don't give me the deal with the devil, please. Oh, damn it. They tease us. They tease us. They do. One long stream into a single cone. That's... I mean, that's a pretty tall cone. What? One girl, one cone? I feel like the interwebs would be very different if that had been the meme link. Oh! Two questions. One for Alice, one for Quill. Alice, I asked you last night, but I don't think I got a response, or I may have done, and then forgotten because I was exhausted. How is your health? Are you doing well? Like, because you'd been talking about being a bit ill, like a couple streams back. And I did just wanted to check in and make sure that you're doing okay. I'm feeling well currently. Okay. That makes me feel much better. Quill says the McDonald's employee is entranced and filled with horror as the cone becomes ever longer. Oh god. Does the cone break physics? Does the cone no clip? Oh! Crumbs. Oh, we have the bombs. Well... Fudge me. Excuse me? That didn't give us... We didn't get... There was a question mark indicating that there was an item in that shopkeeper, and we did not get that item. And I am vaguely displeased. Now, the question for Quill... You said yesterday that your first teaching was today? No. Yes? No. Hold on. The cone must be completed, for it will be my soft serve crown as I conquer that one sacred hall of commerce and fries. I mean, now hold on a second. Can we ever have described McDonald's as sacred? I feel like profane. Like, McDonald's feels like it would be the definition of profane. We have no bombs is what I'm going to say to the TSA when they ask me if I'm going to America to commit war crimes. You could also tell them that you love cats. I think that would be a good thing to tell them. To every question. Or just like, just bingle. Everything would be bingle. I am so pleased by every aspect of that story, except for the aspect of the story where, like, people are on, the hacker's case because it says it's by a lesbian, and it's like, could we please get over that yet? Bombing of Isaac, he's trans mask. Oh, the binding of Isaac. Okay, I got like everything. I got everything in that sentence mixed up. Floppable, it is wonderful to see you. I hope that you're doing very well tonight. I hope that that life is not giving you any more stress or pain than you feel like you can handle, and that Debbie Tiny Paws is also healthy and happy. Although, like, I mean, Word of Ed says that Isaac is not trans, even though that Eden is gender fluid. But I mean, if you want a headcanon, I'm not gonna get on your case about it. And in fact, it's almost, oh fudge. Okay, that was my fault. I played that run for shit. That's right. I could swear now. That almost seems like a more interesting headcanon than the typical headcanon of Isaac being a trans gal, because he's wearing Maggie's wig in a couple of the cutscenes, and is very happy about wearing a dress until the other children laugh at him. Last night she fell asleep on my pillow. Okay, first off, that is darling. That is absolutely darling and wonderful. But second off, I misread that at first, and luckily before my mouth engaged, because I thought it said she fell asleep on my polio. And that would be very different. Alice says, I'm going to put on the most Anglo accent and say, yes, I love America. Yes, yes, I love capitalism. I'm here to invest in Bitcoin while trying not to lie. Would it help if you said in the Bitcoin? I'm here to invest in the Bitcoin. Cool says, also it's my first day teaching my class. Good. My memory it worked. Thank you, memory. Thank you for hooking my ass up for once. Went well except for one incident I had to report as a technicality, which got me chewed out by a parent because I wouldn't break confidentiality. Good on you for not breaking confidentiality. This is good. I would rather that you are not getting chewed out. I will also not ask you to break confidentiality here, so don't feel compelled to do that. Flopple says, Debbie's lived here for 2 weeks. She's slowly coming out of her shell. She's got a lot of kitty traumas from her prior life, sadly. But I know and understand things like, if she's crying while I'm trying to sleep, please get up and protect her while she eats anyway. She struggles to eat on her own. You are a good mom. Floppable, you are a good mom. And you should be told that. I suspect that eating might not have been safe for her previously. This makes me very sad. I mean, it makes me sad adjacent. In the sense that I know that's not the case now, which tempers the sadness with joy, but still that it was the case is, you know, that is kind of sad. This poor cat. Apparently I'll be getting reported to the principal on Monday, but I followed policy and the vice principal has assured me that it'll be taken care of. Good. I am extremely glad to hear that they have your back. I mean, I'm happy to follow her over to her food so she can eat without anxiety. Again, this is good mom behavior. I was gonna do a bit about Debbie Gibson, and I was wondering if you would ever sing Debbie Gibson songs to Debbie Tiny Paws, and then I realized that I could not think of a single goddamn Debbie Gibson song off the top of my head, not even like the most popular one. And Debbie Gibson was like actually a part of my childhood. It's also why she doesn't like to sleep in the open a lot of the time. She normally hides under my bed. Some nights I'll catch her falling asleep on the corner of my bed, or last night on my pillow. It has been triggering though. It's bringing up old memories of other places I've worked. Oh, okay. Sorry. You're both purple on my screen, so I for a second, Quill, I thought you were floppable, and it's been bringing up old memories of other places I've worked. I had a few tears over it. This makes me displeased. But again, the displeased with, oh my god! My name color is Boob69? Uso. Uso! Homa? Oh my god. I mean, you've got the luckiest color in the world. But, much like with the story of Debbie, this displeasure is tempered with the hope that this situation, this work, does not turn out to be like the last one. And also I missed something from Alice, so let me quick scroll up to catch that. I do actually need to plan for that trip because it's going to be hell if I go to America and just don't plan. I mean, you could tell the King of New Jersey to just show your ass around. Be like, yo, you're the king, you hooked me up. Maybe he could get you like, I don't know, a valet? Which is, French for valley? That's how that works, right? They're valet girls? Now I have, like, I've got a really overly complicated, high concept Yuri idea, and I hate it. This is not how I'm gonna break into the industry, I think. I am playing like utter trash. I'm playing like a garbage fire. Disco, you need to not, I think, is really the answer here, is just not. You're playing like one of the strongest characters. You've no reason or right. Go back to the shop, get a bomb. Also have a trip planned to Ireland this year, and I'm actually really looking forward to that because I'm going to visit friends while I am there. That sounds really nice. I hope that the Ireland trip is wonderful. I imagine it will be more wonderful. Oh, King of Construction, excuse me. Excuse me, she says in a terribly not passable Steve Martin voice. It would be easier to do a Steve Martin voice if I were a guy. She says, aspirationally. I'm confident I did the right thing and I won't be facing consequences, but it was a lot to deal with in my third day as a contracted teacher. I can bet. I can bet that was maybe a little bit spoopy. Oh, Hive! It is wonderful to see you. I hope that you are doing very well tonight. That was quite robust and appreciated news that you shared about the Dead Space content warnings. I like the fact that they are there, and they are as robust as they appear to be. I feel like I want to make robust into a dirty word, and I don't know why. Also, Floppa will tell us the truth. You would start fires even if Quill said no. No, I don't know that. I don't know if I could say say that, but I mean, I would start fires, even if Quill said no. That's a safer bet. That's a much safer bet. Wait, what? What? Why are we hoarding eucalyptus? The fact that out of Callisto and Dead Space 2023, fucking Dead Space winds up being the good one? Damn. That's exactly what I said to Hive. Hive and I said the exact... you and I said the exact same thing. It is a shocking twist. Eucalyptus is highly flammable. I did not know this. I don't know why I assumed that eucalyptus oil would not be flammable, but now that I say it like with my actual mouth parts, that is senseless. It doesn't help that the tism is going super hard today. I almost threw up when I tried to brush my teeth. I had to do some hand flappies while the kids were making that screech noise with their shoes. You said that screech noise with their shoes, and I immediately knew what noise you were talking about. And, now hold on a second. Nails on a chalkboard actually sounds pretty fucking cool. That is a hill that I'm gonna go out and die on. Eucalyptus oil can be used to power cars, but the extraction process has never been viable at scale. Oh shit. I did not know that. What? Shoot, hold on. I had a thought. Oh, okay, this is a side note. This is not like, a thing to ask anybody to change phrasing, but every time I see tism, especially from an awker, I just think this is serious, Mum, and I kind of have to recalibrate my head each time and be like, oh, no, that's not what that means. Nisco, could you not suck? Like, it's shameful. You're wasting... Greg the stop sign. Greg the stop sign. I don't know, like... See, I don't even know what songs I had. Somebody had just given me some Tism songs on a CD, like, 15 years ago? And I played it infrequently, but there were no, like, makeshift liner notes. The trip to Ireland is gonna... Oh, for fuck's sakes! Risco, stop. Dude, you're not wasting your family unfriendly stream with bad play. This stops now. It's gonna be me and my parents, so I will basically be acting for them as a translator for most of the trip, since they don't speak English. Oh, that is always so much fun. I thought this is serious, Mum, too. I'm glad it's not just me. Aussie used to have a strong export industry for eucalyptus oil, but it fell apart in the 1850s, if I recall. China is the leading exporter of eucalyptus oil. Wait, China produces eucalyptus oil? Like, what the fuck? I am ever more confused by the directions this conversation is taking. And while I'm not against that by any means, I am confused. I thought you... Fuck me sideways. Honestly, what is... Well, I mean, honestly, I think that's fair revenge for you reminding me of the bi-lesbian discourse. I think that's payback. We are on even terms now. Eucalyptus is found across Asia. Well, thank you, game. Thank you, game. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you decided to step up to the plate and not be an asshole, making up for the previous 2 runs. No shit. Quill, I honestly did not know any of that. I don't like the part about the cheap labor, though. That is displeasing to me. I didn't think that you did anything with eucalyptus aside from, like, feeding it to koalas. And that's, like, I thought where Floppable was going with the hiding the eucalyptus. I was like, is Floppable exporting illegally the koalas? And then I thought, no, it would be drop bears. Why would it be koalas? It would be drop bears. Although, on the other hand, if throwing koalas out of the back of a moving plane is wrong, I don't know if I want to be right. Does this even do anything? Eucalyptus oil is a very cool resource. It can be used medicinally, as a food additive, can be burned as fuel. Can it also give my skin a nice rosy glow? Or maybe at the very least, like, make my skin not look like a mummy? 'Cause I mean, my skin is a little bit mummy-tastic, and I kind of hate it. Greg the Stop Sign's not as good as Greg the Bunny. I was gonna ask if it was as good as the bunny from Sam and Max, but then I couldn't remember off the top of my head which one was Sam and which one was Max. And I hate that. Max is the dog, right? And Sam is the rabbit? I hate the fact that they're freelance police, because that does mean that they are cops. You know, if they're canonically a happily married gay couple? I was writing a Fallout Australia TRPG based around the control of transport and resources like eucalyptus oil. You know, you had told us about that. Like... Oh god, a shoey? Not a shoey. But probably yes. You were telling us about the Fallout RPG a while back. And I like... Yes, a shoey. No, not a shoey. Those are neither healthy nor good for you. You can remove your power armor's boot to chug a radioactive shoey. Wouldn't it leak? I feel like that would leak a lot. There would be a lot of leakage. There was a faction that loves shoeys. Does anybody really love shoeys, though? I mean, I thought the whole point of shoeys was that they're disgusting. I mean, I'm pretty grungy, but even I have my limits. And I've eaten food off of other people's plates when I was working dish pits, so I've smoked cigarettes off the ground. And even I am not going to be, like, rocking up to a shoey party. It's very, larrikin culture. I don't know why I want to say larrikin, the other white meat, but there we are. I now have a what are ya? You're a yob or you're a wanker stuck in my head. I mean, you know, you're welcome. The Blue Battlers are a faction of bogan soldiers who idolized the white Australian myths. They are very racist. That's my least favorite kind of racist. I feel like that was more humorous in my head. Because then the implication is that there's a racist that I don't find least favorite, and that's not good. That's not the look that I really want to give. Remember, kids, sometimes you don't need to say something even as a bit. Even if it sounds funny in your head, sometimes it's better just to not. My favorite kind of racist is the dead one. That's... Yeah. That works. That's way better than mine. Oh, Risco, they are handing you this run. You can't just be throwing shit away like this. They're gonna laugh at you in Isaac's school if you keep this shit up. They're all gonna laugh at you. Nobody wants that. We're even above average for damage, so I have no excuses. Like a mid-range Alice in Chains song, I have no excuses. Actually, no, that's a decent Alice in Chains song. I take that back. I'm trying to think of like what Alice in Chains song would I actually consider mid-tier? Yeah, that's fine. The Battlers are basically just representation of the white Australian tendency to talk about things like mateship and the fair go, but we'll still talk about playing Spot the Aussie when they go to the city. They sound lovely. They sound like absolutely lovely people. Do you get to make an enemy of this faction? Because I feel like... Excuse me? What just happened there? I feel like they would be a good faction to have as an enemy. You can. Yes, good. It should be done. So let it be written, so let it be done. I've come to kill the firstborn son. I am creeping death. I am not, in fact, creeping death. I imagine creeping death probably gets, like, a much better salary than I do. And I hate that for me. The Battlers are considered the good kind of destitute in Aussie culture because they're white enough and racist enough to be true Aussies. TM. I hate it. Are they like MAGA for Australia? Except I think like MAGA is actually mostly middle-class boomers, so there's that. They're also usually exceedingly conservative, so they don't question why they're destitute. Well, they clearly didn't pull hard enough on their bootstraps. They're more mainstream than MAGA. Huh. They're the MAGAs who don't say they're MAGA out loud. Okay. So they're like QAnon, but with 50% less woo. And the woo here, by the way, is the WOO woo, not the WHOO woo. Two completely different things. Wait. How does that work? How does that work? MAGA is like... But isn't MAGA Make America Great Again? Did they just swap it for Make Australia Great Again? They must, right? They must do. I hate that. I've seen some cars covered in MAGA stickers and InfoWars shits on cars at the local shopping center. Why are people... No, that's not true. People are generally pretty cool. Why are assholes? It's the American brand of MAGA? What the f... Also, like... I mean... The man has a rumpus room. I figure that's already at least like half suspect. Who has a rumpus room in this day and age? American exceptionalism is strong because they'll fucking stop China, eh? No, but we won't stop China. We have no plans to even start with China. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that would, like, love that as a concept, but I don't think that that's a fight that anybody wins. Least of all me, seeing as I live next door. Well, my stance is like, yeah, hey, Australia actively alienated itself from every other country in the region, which allowed China to exploit that. Wait, what? Amnesia. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. So, like, a big concern here among politicians is China's growing influence. I mean, that's the same over here. The LDP has been milking that for basically forever, but every time that there's some scandal, it's like, oh, well, we'd really like to think about this scandal. Hey, look, it's China! Please do not look directly at the scandal when China is here. He made the comment not knowing that his mic was on. That's even worse, honestly. Who needs America? Portugal would just do a war against China on its own. Issue solved. Really? Though? Really? I guess good luck with that. Wait, he was in China at the time. Or wait, no, not China. He was in the country that he was mocking at the time. I hate... I need to take a vacation from the world. I mean, most of the world is pretty good, but I am an American and that means I kind of have to own a lot of this shit. And I would just like to To just exist in the void for a while. Oh, I love it. Hive, I love that. Wowzers. And or Bowsers. I couldn't say how much I love that. There are fewer people in the Portuguese army than even the small city in China. Well, but they'll do it with the Portuguese samurai spirit. Clearly. Alice, are you doubting the Portuguese samurai spirit? I'm just like copy-pasting from Japanese right-wing stuff, so... It's the Ghost King. I forgot about the Ghost King. I forgot all about the Ghost King. One of those Brisbane cops later to okay a photo of themselves Nazi saluting us. It's that guy. It's that guy. Never forget about the Ghost King and the magical... give me a second here. Oh, fudge. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but... Oh, God, I hate that. Well done, us. Magical Empire of Portugal controlled by magic. I mean... I kind of figure like you'd have an easier time controlling the magical empire with science. You know, it'd be like one of those, it's weak against its opposite kind of thing. Not that science and magic need to be opposite, but if we're going for fantasy. I don't want to kill anybody. Honestly. I mean, there are some people who make me exceptionally angry. And I wouldn't mind them to suffer misfortune. But I would like to go without actually killing anybody. I know that's weird. Like, that's definitely kind of out there, but... Brisbane cops kidnapped children and left them for dead in swamps. I remember that story too. And fuck Brisbane, and fuck its cops. Could I... Let's go... The spikes are very clear. The spikes are actually clearly labeled. And you are taking time to step on them. I will check that link in a moment. We're rapidly approaching the conditions where the Fallout story begins. Are we building vaults yet? And is the building of vaults necessary for Fallout to happen? Or can you have Fallout without the vaults? Honestly, we need to check this. Wait, what? Why did I take damage? Fucking fuck, honestly. Let's all move to Cooper Petey. Opals are really pretty. This is this one of those things that I would understand if I were Alker? Cooper Petey is a town in Australia where people live underground. Yeah? Like, they just live underground then. That's kind of cool. Canonically, there were survivors in Fallout who were outside the vaults, but the bulk of people did come from the vaults. I thought the survivors outside the vaults turned into super mutants. Is that not where the super mutants come from? Or ghouls. Okay, good point. The ghouls in Fallout should all say ghoul, like Adam Driver says ghoul. Also, before being known, he spent a good chunk of his life ghostwriting novels that just, I'm gonna write everyone I hate and have them die in my novels. You know, you could have just gotten him... You could have just gotten him an AO3 account. So many problems would have been solved. The super mutants were made usually from people in vaults because the virus used to make super mutants works better on less ratted people. Huh. Do you think that Craven, like, do you think he regrets that? Because everybody ended up loving Freddy, like way too much, honestly. Although Robert Englund just really brings it to the role. But even still, like, if this was like supposed to be a swipe at his high school bully, maybe he shouldn't have made Freddy quite so cool. Or at least cool adjacent. Oh fudge, we have no more keys. Milton! Where are my keys, Milton? The dugouts have little dirt walls, so people in them inhale a lot of dirt. I mean, really, the only dirt that you should be inhaling is that Alice in Chains album, so I'm not sure if, like, is that safe? Well, now, a Hive, in Freddy's defense, he was just a child murderer in, like, the pre-reboot. I don't think that he was a child botherer, was he? Like, he just killed kids. It was the reboot with Rorschach that... It's quite a bother being killed. I mean, okay, look, you're not wrong, but, like, doesn't child botherer kind of mean, you know, yeah? Although maybe we shouldn't expand on that too much. Even with it being a not family-friendly stream. The only slasher guy I'll date is Leatherface. Leatherface knows how to cook. Oh, Hirunda! Welcome back from lurking. I hope that you were able to recharge your batteries a little bit. But when you think about it, right? Like, the other slashers, they don't have the life. They have, like, no life skills. What is... You know, what does Jason do? He just sits at the bottom of a lake until there's some nubile teens to kill. Michael Myers spends half the time either dead or institutionalized. We don't know that Michael Myers can take care of himself, let alone somebody in a relationship. Now, Leatherface is a family person. Leatherface, like, knows their way around the house. Okay, now Hive, you get so many bonus points for bringing up Leslie Vernon, because that's fabulous. He is a professional. But do you think that he might be too dedicated to his craft? I feel like that's a possibility. I would just like some keys, please. He'd be able to provide, though. Yeah. I wager you're right. Now we really like stitched ourselves up with this key situation here. I am saddened. No. No, Alice, no. Nobody is dating the leprechaun. I'm sorry, it's for your own protection. You don't think so? I bet Leprechaun is deeply lonely. Leprechaun just strikes me as deeply lonely. But I think also possibly understands exactly how unapproachable he is. Leprechaun wants to be left alone, then people keep messing with his gold. Yeah. Wait, now hold up a second. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. What about Chucky? Would Leprechaun be Polly? Oh my fucking god. I mean, so am I. Like, can we have a show of hands? How many of us here aren't dolls? That's what I thought. Chucky's a family and is incredibly supportive of his trans child. Thank you. Thank you. And is voiced by Brad Dourif, who is like, okay, his Chucky voice isn't great, but I mean, Brad Dourif is just a legend. I do need to show my partner Seed of Chucky. For its time, it's a surprisingly solid trans film. Oh god, this sucks. I'd probably keep Jean Jacket as a pet. As long as you don't look directly in Jean Jacket's eye, I think that you're probably okay. Oh, that was shit. I hate everything about that. We did not trade up. We did not trade up at all. Did I ever tell my Child's Play 3 story here? I'm not sure. Watched it as a kid flipping through TV and it scared me so much that I thought Chucky was real and was going to get me. That's a mood. That's a mood. I would date any of the classic Cenobites or the trans Pinhead from the new Hellraiser. Even though the new Hellraiser is terrible. No, it's not terrible. It's mostly meh, but it's not really good either. But trans Pinhead is fantastic. Oh my gosh, like, any of them? Honestly? Is Trolls 2 the one where somebody gets, like, turned into a goblin? There's, like, a seed pod involved? Is that a thing that I'm just misremembering? Oh! No, not Nick Cage Dracula, but definitely Hello Mary Lou. The titular character from Prom Night? Or the Prom Night 2?
Experimental pill.
Absolutely. Angela. Her name is Angela. And she's got class. They're eating her. Then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god! But in a hot way. I've actually... One of the songs on the Deadbolt soundtrack actually uses that, that film clip. The Deadbolt soundtrack, it took me a while to get into, but it's actually quite solid. I do like it quite a lot. I remember, like, my first impression of it was, what if Trent Reznor made 70s porno music? And I don't think that was entirely fair, but is kind of true. What's going on is that jump scares fry my nervous system. I'm terrified, and so that any movie with jump scares will murder me, but horror movies are rich on atmosphere are cool by me. I would not force you to watch movies with jump scares. Hive, I promise. You have my word. Also, I feel like I missed just giant gobbets of the conversation, and I do apologize for that. There's kind of like a lot going on all at once. Wreck was a miserable viewing experience for me. That's... yeah, I think if you've got a problem with jump scares, Wreck is not going to be a fun one. I did like it very much, though. Maybe not the Phantom of the Opera. He's just kind of a sad guy. Maybe it would be a bit annoying to date. Not wrong. Wreck's a good movie that I will never want to watch again. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like one of those ones I go back to every couple of years. Frankenstein and Dracula, though. Perfect dating material. The Drac is back? What about the abominable Dr. Phibes? You get some, Vincent Price love going on there. I bet Vincent Price was a very considerate lover. Frankenstein is meant to be, like, super hot, except the eyes. Oh, like the book Frankenstein, not movie Frankenstein, right? Yeah, like, isn't that's like part of the joke, is that the good doctor basically succeeded and then just freaked out. Wait, you're not supposed to give me magic skin? That's why I took the no trinket. Yeah, Book Frankenstein's monster is just a really sexy dude with fucked up corpse eyes. Is Chopper worth watching? I have never watched Chopper. The one Australian horror movie that I know off the top of my head is The Ugly, and I would say no. I do not believe The Ugly is good. I believe the Ugly just wanted to be a knockoff Silence of the Lambs. Oh wait, we've got Algis. Like, why are we not using that? What Aussie horror movies have I seen? I don't know. What Aussie horror movies have you seen? Wait, Lake Mungo is Aussie? The one with Betty White swearing at the alligator? That's an Aussie movie? I've convinced an entire Discord to stream Lake Mungo for me. Oh, that's Lake Placid. That was a terrible movie, by the way. Like, that is not Alligator. Lake Placid is definitely not Alligator. Alligator is a classy movie. Lake Placid is a trash fest. The most realistic portrayal of pure fucking grief you'll see in cinema. I'm not sure how well I would handle that, so I might give Lake Mungo a pass. Wait, what? Alice, what? Did they crossbreed the alligator from Lake Placid with the anaconda from Anaconda? With the fish that swims up Eric Stoltz's urethra from Anaconda? I hate that that's a thing that happened. Anaconda is a deeply shitty movie, by the way. Also, Anaconda was not rated R. Fuck you, Zombieland. Fuck you, straight to hell. That's like a whole plot point in Zombieland, and it's just not true. But it really does portray that feeling of like not really knowing the person you're grieving as much as you thought you did, and never being able to make amends for that. I hate that. Bill Murray is my enemy. That's my only Zombieland take. Does that mean that you also do not like, fudge? What's it called? The Dead Don't Die? I did not like The Dead Don't Die, by the way. I thought it was deeply up its own ass. I also do not care for Bill Murray. It's so weird that he kind of, like, he came back for a little bit, and it's like, why? Wait, what? Do they kill Bill Murray in that movie? Please tell me they kill Bill Murray in that movie, because, like, thank God, honestly. Peter Venkman is such a fucking shit. Like, Peter Venkman's just kind of a date rapist, isn't he? Isn't that like a low-key joke in Ghostbusters 1? He's a butt to the cast, then visits them in their office and taunts them, and then a ghost throws him out the window. Good. Good. Fuck Peter Venkman. The only good Ghostbusters is Ghostbuster 2. Wait, really? I mean, yeah? Okay. I mean, that's not a take that I would expect, but... Wait, what? Ghostbusters 2 has Doctor Who in it. I don't even know what words mean anymore. You may have broken my ability to comprehend words. Also, I think the jokes are better. I remember as a child, being vaguely disappointed by Ghostbusters 2, but I could not tell you why. But I do kind of feel like Ghostbusters 1 and 2 feel like comedies of very different eras. Like Ghostbusters 1 feels a little bit closer to 70s comedy than Ghostbusters 2 does. Not that 70s comedy is particularly good. In fact, I would argue that it is not, but I don't know. And I certainly don't think as a child I would have understood that nuance, but I'm just trying to think of like why I did not particularly care for Ghostbusters 2. The River of Slime in the Sewers is more unsettling than anything in Ghostbusters. That's not unfair. That's not unfair at all. I'd be hard-pressed to say that anything in Ghostbusters was particularly scary. Although I do like the effects in Ghostbusters. Of all the American comedies my dad showed me as a kid 50 times, Ghostbusters is probably my least favorite. Alright. Vigo the Carpathian was a creepy painting too. But then you've got the one like vaguely Eastern European guy who's the whole joke is he's actually from Brooklyn. Or Queens or something like that. And he's kind of capering and mincing. And I don't know how I feel about that. Although, I mean, he is basically a Renfield, so I guess he kind of has to be capering and mincing. It's like part of the job description. I am not opening that chest. It has nothing for me. This run, like, for all of the weirdness going on, feels strangely just there. It did give, Ed Koch an acting role. Everybody loves Ed Koch. Theme song is good. I mean, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even begin to argue with that. I mean, busting does make just about everybody feel good. Who among us has never busted a ghost? I'm telling you, fucking Friday the 13th 6 has the man behind the mask, and it's fabulous. I think of all the American pop culture stuff I consumed, and I consumed a lot, Ghostbusters is probably the most kind of nothing ones. Yeah. I mean, it does have Sigourney Weaver. She's not particularly well used, but it does have Sigourney Weaver. And I did have a crush on Sigourney Weaver. Not as much of a crush as I had on Vasquez, but she was Ripley from Aliens. I watched Deep Blue Sea recently, and that movie was good because it had LL Cool J do a rap song about being a killer shark. I think I would posit that Deep Blue Sea is one of those movies that is far better than it has any right to be, while still being fairly absurd and not really all that good. But it does have Samuel Jackson just get like, right in the middle of his rousing speech, and that's amazing. It wasn't cool because it had supernatural shape-shifting sharks. Did they shapeshift? Were they shapeshifters? Risco, if you throw this run away, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Oh my fucking God, I will kill. I will kill. I need to do an Isaac run and just reset. Reset everything. I am going to take a break though. My throat is getting pretty crunky and I would like to get a bit of a stretch in. Not as good as Orca, but still solid. Orca, Jesus. That's going back in the Wayback Machine. They swam in waters that were too shallow to hold a shark of their alleged size repeatedly throughout the movie, so they have to be shapeshifters. Maybe they're extra-dimensional. And the shark that we see is actually the shadow cast in our dimension by the actual shark. Think about it, won't you? But I am going to take my break. Hive, I will leave you with the whip hand. The whip hand is yours. And we will be back in 5 minutes. Only for 5 minutes, Hive. Then you don't have to be a mod anymore. Alright, I am back. I did check my DMs, and that picture is absolutely fucking terrifying. I hate that. My favorite... One of my favorite SCPs is the partial cat. That is a healthy, friendly cat that is only partially there. I think the partial cat is like an unofficial Japanese SCP mascot. There was an SCP manga that was focused on partial cat. I don't know if it was a published manga or if it was just a web manga, but I know I've seen stills from it. Panda says one of my favorites is absence of shark as a tank of water with an area of water missing that's shaped like a shark. I love that. I love the fact that I could do that in Little Big Planet. And I love the fact that it sounds like the name of a French New Wave film. And I don't know why. I did not either. And I don't know how popular it is, because this was something that came up on Twitter. So, like, I've never done a deep dive into it, but there's at least one manga artist who really likes SCP and did a manga of some of the SCPs, and the cover image was partial cat. Which is the only reason that I know partial cat. Grandma's sheep sounds fun, though. And for a second I thought Grandma's sheep was a real person. And I'm slightly disappointed. Alright, we're gonna do just a completely basic Isaac run. Not gonna go wacky with this one. Just gonna try to get into the Isaac groove. Because clearly I am not. Kids at work have started talking about Shy Guy, so I guess a YouTuber played a SCP game. Wait, Shy Guy like the really cool dudes from Super Mario 2? Best enemies? Well, okay. Co-best enemies with Bob-ombs. Because Bob-ombs are pretty slick. And they explode. And so that's a me kind of mood. Reminds me I need to read more of Other Side Picnic. I've read I've read half of Other Side Picnic and then I got distracted. And I don't know why, but I haven't gone back to it. I liked what I had read, but... yeah, I need to sit down with that myself. I've got, like, the full series, too. Oh! That reminds me, I picked up the next 4 issues that I didn't have of, Yokohama Shopping Expedition. And that's something that I need to sit down with, because maybe that would heal my soul a little bit. Shy Guy is like a weird crying dude who will beeline to you from across the planet and turn you to people juice if you so much as look at him. As so much as look at the pixel of his face. That seems like a little OP. Kyohansha no Owari. I haven't read any of the light novels. I've only read the manga. Because I don't know if I have the level of reading ability to actually get through a light novel. Which I hate, but it is, in fact, the truth. You're really just gonna screw me like this? It's my own fault. Light novels are meant for teens to read. Yeah, basically. I mean, I don't know if that's still kind of a consistent thing, but I'm pretty sure that's how they started. He's supposed to be a classic example of Euclid SCP, fairly easy to contain but with some big challenges. Okay, I guess. It just seems like zooping across the planet is, you know, kind of a lot. I haven't read all that many SCPs, though. I know I read like the meat house. Or the meat room? I don't know. It's like a room made of meat. That's not the official name of it, but they had a picture, and that's how I remember it, is that it's just a room made of meat. I'm gonna make this obsessed fan work for me. I'm familiar with the meat room. Okay, good. So that's like not... That is actually a thing. That exists. Sometimes my brain meats just make stuff up. I read a lot of them, but that was like 6 years ago. There's probably like a billion more now. I feel like they kind of spawn when you're not looking at them. Like rabbits. The one about not leaving your foot under the bed? Oh, over the end of the bed messed me up for like 7 years. Yeah? That sounds interesting. Will it get ate by a monster? I mean, it seems like that's where it's going. Unless it's one of those deals where like your foot just keeps growing while it's left over the edge of the bed, and eventually you just have just a super long foot. Not even like a super long leg. Just the foot. It grows from like the middle. Like with anything horror, SCP is at its best where it's just doing a creepy monster and not some lore. Yeah, I could see that. At least I could see how that would be easier to manage. Oh, fudge! God bless it. Oh! A hand comes out of infected beds and cuts off bits of your foot to take away while you stay awake and paralyzed. It goes until your foot is gone. I mean, that would suck. But also at the same time, like, how many feet do you really need? Do you really need 4 feet? You could probably make do with 2. I feel like, Trevor Henderson did a monster that was kind of like that, or I guess kind of a group of monsters that was kind of like that. They were just like creepy little dudes who would cut off bits of you for no reason. I'm not doing it justice. Like the picture is actually pretty good. There's no cutting in the picture, by the way. Like, it's not a gore picture. It's not even a Gore Vidal picture. Man, now that is a lucky name. Imagine if your name was Gore Vidal. Why are you not healing me? Thank you. I need you to heal me. Touch me, feel me, taste me, heal me? Oh, we got angel chances. Except we already took damage, so we fucked that up. Oh, God bless it. SCP-447 is fun. It's just a ball of slime that makes a goo that is useful for pretty much anything, but something horrible happens if it makes contact with a dead body. Does it get depressed? It sounds like Happy Fun Ball. Where Happy Fun Ball, like, there was some kind of toxic material in the center of Happy Fun Ball that you were not supposed to make contact with. Now, Hive, it could be worse. You could have, Kiss from a Rose on the Grave stuck in your head. And nobody likes that. Do not taunt Happy Fun Ball or something. I have a feeling that the Happy Fun Ball was not nearly as funny as it thought it was. Looking up the SCP, they have an international section that mostly translations, but also have local SCP stories from some countries. That's kind of cool. And there's a couple of Japanese SCP stories. Oz! Jilly Beans, how you doing? It reminds me of a song peasants would dance to at Renfest. Oh my god. But whilst unkind, not untrue. Poor Seal. Where is Seal doing these days? I hope he's doing okay. I mean, that's kind of a backhanded compliment though, Hive. Why though? Why does that joke work? Does that joke work? Oh god, I'm already yawning. It works in context. Okay. Really though? I don't know if I would have expected that, but it's the only good Lonely Island thing. Is that the production house? Holy shit, am I already yawning? This does not bode well. They're the I'm on a boat people. The Old Spice commercial? Okay. They directed the new Chip and Dale movie. The new Chip and Dale movie was not good. I don't remember anybody talking about that actually. I think we talked about it a little bit and then it just kind of disappeared from radar. Apparently the 4chan nerds who are into ForceFem stuff made an AI to ForceFem them, and it keeps telling them to stop being fascists. I saw that! Hive shared that with me, and every bit of that story is amazing. And if it works, you know what? Like, hey, if we can, if we can do, if we can do de-radicalization through force fem AI, you know, I feel like everybody wins. Honestly, I feel like there are no losers in that scenario. Except maybe the AI. Oh my god, I cannot play tonight. Finally, a story where Frankenstein's monster force fems and de-radicalizes Dr. Frankenstein. I would be happy with that. I would go for that. Deep down, Dr. Frankenstein just wanted to be a mother. This is such a mistake. Now, I'm just gonna give a bit of a warning. I might wrap the stream after this run because I am honestly straight up exhausted. And I'm kind of having trouble thinking and playing at the same time, which means that talking and playing is a little bit difficult, so we might just have a 2-hour stream tonight instead of a 3-hour one. I said earlier the problem with Family Opera is that it's not trans, and I'm imagining all the classics were made as trans films. There's like a whole untapped market here. Does I Was a Teenage Werewolf count as a classic film? Golandrina is really good. What is Golandrina? That came out like much more aggressively than I wanted it to. Imagine that in a gently questioning tone as opposed to a forceful interrogative. Wait, Automod? Okay, hold on a second. Hedonus is probably going to dip out. This map book warms up around the hour mark and turns my room into a sauna and makes me sleepy. Hedonus, thank you so much for dropping by tonight. I wish you well. I wish you best of luck with your continued interview and hopefully with the job. Both the current job that you're working, but also getting the museum job. But sleep well and only have a pleasant dream. Alice says it's an extremely gay manga about a woman girlfriend abandoning her so she wins her love back. To win her love back, she becomes a bullfighter. Yeah? That sounds both awesome, but kind of like, where did they come with that concept? I know there's places in Japan where they do bullfighting, but it's not like, it's not commonly done. It takes place in Spain. That almost kind of disappoints me, because like, one of the places they do bullfighting in Japan is Amami. And if we got a Yuri manga that was based around Amami Oshima and bullfighting, I think I would just die. I would quite possibly die and or go to heaven. It's not a thing, and I don't think it's like strictly in the vein of like Spanish bullfighting. But I do believe that there is a traditional bullfighting adjacent thing that's done in Ryukyu. Automod is having a day today. Wait, what? It didn't show up anything on Automod for me. Alice, can I ask you to retype whatever got automodded? Because it hasn't come up in my box. The last thing that you mentioned did come up in the box, and I caught that. Wait, bullfighting? Bullfighting shows up in Automod. Automod, go home. What the fuck? Automod, you're drunk. Clearly. Maybe we have a ghost mod. Maybe the game could give us Ghost Pepper, and then I could just win. Twitch always works with no issue. Have we ever had an issue with Twitch? Has Twitch ever not been smooth as silk? As proverbial butter? It's like butter. Oh my god. The yawn though. That was just offensive. Body, meat suit. Why you gotta be like this? Nobody loves a jerk, meat suit. Maybe I need to eat more. I did eat tonight, but like, I don't know, it's just my regular meal. Just turtle soup. Game, what the fuck? Game, what did I do? Why? Why though, game? I am doing most of my damage with leech. I need you all to understand how absurd that is. if the game does not allow us to bulk up, we are gonna be cruising for the proverbial bruising. And nobody wants that. Oh, fuck's sakes. Oh my god, I'm taking damage against Peep. This is sad. I am playing like an absolute chump. I've gotten hit 4 times by Peep. It's like I went in the Wayback Machine to when I first started playing Isaac, but without any ability to actually influence myself. Because I used to struggle with Peep. Peep used to be a tough boss for me. Oh, fudge. Fuck off, you. Oh, God. Okay. It's great. Thanks a lot, Tom York. You jerk. Yo, game. Make this floor the floor that we absolutely explode. Just give us all the good items. Fucking... These rooms. These rooms, though. I have played extremely poorly, and make no mistake, but the RNG hasn't been particularly friendly to us either. Great. I hope your next life is a cow on a trash farm. Holy sweet zombie Jesus. You too? It's gotta be something in the water. There's like sleep water here in the Western Hemisphere. I'm starting to calm down from stuff today, so I'm starting to crash. I mean, that's pretty legitimate. You had a lot going on. Today very reasonably sounds highly emotional. But if you do need to drop off for a little bit of sleep, please do not feel beholden to gut it out, because we'll be wrapping early as well, and also I'd just much rather you got your beauty rest. That's the word that I wanted. The loss of tension means I'm gonna be a limp noodle. I mean, better a limp noodle than a limp biscuit. A well-established fact. Although, I guess better a limp biscuit than a Kid Rock. That is nice to hear. You're gonna be one of those teachers that the kids remembers? In the good way? Not the crummy way? What's the sitcom starring The Rock about his young days? Wait, what? Is that a thing? Is there a sitcom with presidential hopeful Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? And it's called Young Rock? I hate... That's like the laziest thing you could possibly do. Wait, yeah, that's called a biography. People have lore. What? How do you... I need to go to sleep. I need to go to sleep and never wake up. Because the world just seems bound and determined to fuck with me. And I don't know why. I've been told that in Young Rock they show the future, and it's The Rock as President of America. I mean, we did have Jesse the Body Ventura as governor of Minnesota. Wait, was it Minnesota or was it Michigan? It was one of the Midwestern M's. No. No, it was not Montana. It was the Midwest. Montana is not the Midwest. Montana is a plains state. Thank you very much. It was Minnesota. Fuck yeah. Alright, I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna beat Mom, and then I'm probably gonna call it a night. I sound like shit. My voice is just crunk. I hate that. I am not a big fan of that. But let's at least get rid of Mom. That would be a nice, we could achieve one small thing. We're not even on the Mom floor. Oh my god. End me. That's not a good. No, I'm just. I'm so tired. Hive. It's absurd. It is absolutely absurd just how tired I am. I don't know what it is, and I'm super sorry to be the disappointing gal, but I think I'm gonna have to call it. Because I'm about to fall asleep. I think we should both go to bed. Yes. We should all go to bed, regardless of time zones. Just a big, like, international pile of sleep. Which is way cooler than the international shop of pancakes. But, folks, thank you for spending the 2 hours with me. I do appreciate that. I hope that you are taking care of yourselves, getting your water, doing the stuff that you need, remembering that you're loved. And we will be back next Monday with if Kronos is here, we're gonna do the Marvel pack, and it'll be exciting and very Liefeldian. It's weird. It's an experience, but that'll be next Monday. For tonight, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.